All right, so it's been I don't even know how long, but I think it's Sunday, November 30th. Uh yeah. Um I just got home from a Raider game. Dude, we got our butts handed to us. But it was pretty good. It was my first time going to a Raider game. I've been a Raider fan my whole life. Um that was pretty cool. But something that has been on my mind recently. I've been wanting to make a video for a long time, but like I just haven't really had anything to really talk about. But now I do, right? So I was at this Raider game, and it kind of took my mind off of like a lot of things that I'm just thinking about constantly. Like I didn't have to feel like, you know, like there was a lot on my plate at the moment. I got to enjoy something that I've never done before, something new to experience, and it was really nice. I had a great time. But it also made me realize like there's so much more out there than just the stuff on my plate. Just like the things that we have going on in our daily lives, like not just distractions, but just new things, things that we could take in every day and we could be grateful for. See, Thanksgiving just passed, and I said grace for my family's dinner, and this has never happened in my life. I'm really good with my words. I really know how to project myself and my thoughts. But at Thanksgiving blessing, man, I was tripping up so much. And this never happened before in my life. Like I've never really like thought about what I had to say. I just said it from the heart, you know. And it was crazy because like I talked to my mom about it. She was like, "Yeah, that was really shocked. I've never really heard you trip up on yourself like that. You're really good at talking usually." And I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I think it's just like my nervous system, like just things that have been going on, and like I really haven't given myself the like chance to, I guess, realize it that it still affects me, that these things still affect me, right? And it's just like something that I had to learn just by doing it. And yeah, so it was really weird for me. And I think it really has to do with how I think my life is right now. Um, I'd say it's in a kind of place of just peace. Like I'm really peaceful, right? Like I'm good with myself, but at the same time, I feel like I've let go of a lot of things of the past, but I haven't like my body hasn't fully like accepted it or fully moved on from it yet. Like there's some things that like still get me, but like it's so weird because like it just doesn't feel like it until like I notice it. Um, but I also know that it has to do with how my brain like also processes like things, you know. I used to often think that whatever people would think or say about like me would eventually like make me become that. Like if people said, "Oh, you're lazy, man. You're lazy. You don't do anything." I'd be like, "Oh, dude, I want to be lazy. I don't want to be perceived as lazy. So let me try to change that because of what they're saying, not because of I don't want to be lazy." You know what I mean? Like you're gonna let people tell you what you are, and you try to be like, "Nah, nah, man. Like I'm not that," and then you end up being that because you're so scared of what others think, and you're so scared of putting yourself first and taking care of yourself. And that's something that I had to realize that, like, you know, there are going to be people that think certain things of you, people that are going to tell you stuff, but you can really only control what you want to control, right? Like, I can control my emotions, I can control how I move on from past situations, I can control what I can do now to be a better version of myself in the future, but I can't control how other people look at me. I can't control how other people feel about me. I can't control what other people say about me. And I also can't control the past. That's something that's been hard for me to understand. That I still like haunt myself almost. Like I do it to myself. Really, I think about these things. Dude, I wish I would have never done that because maybe I wouldn't have been here, and then maybe this wouldn't have happened, and maybe this one. I can't control it, dude. Why are you still thinking about it? And I'm like, it's starting to click to me now that like honestly, if anything, the things that I did are getting me to where I am now. And if anything, that's just another blessing. And I sometimes ask God, why do I keep thinking about these things if they've already left? If they've already been out of my life for a while, why do I still think about it and remember? And I haven't really been getting a lot of answers. Like I haven't, God hasn't really taught and like said anything. I'll still pray, I'll still read my Bible, still think about God, have conversations with Him. Um, but yeah, I'm not really getting any answers, and I think, well, it's not that I'm getting any answers, but it's like maybe I really just have to keep, you know, because when I got my faith back, it was out of emotion. I was really hurt. I was really lost. So I came to God because that's like the only thing that's ever been there for me, like rock bottom. And I was on fire, man. Like I just wanted to get so close to God. And then when I felt like better, it was just like, oh, okay. The fire's kind of settled down a bit. Um, and now I'm in this state of like, all right, God, like what now? But I don't really hear anything. But it's not because my faith is gone. It's not because, I'm not still like troubled or hurt or need fixing. I think we all need fixing, man. But it's because sometimes the teacher is quiet during the test. Sometimes we can find answers in just the journey that we go on with God. Where, it's not always about the destination where we want to get, but what we learn from it and what we take with us from that journey. And I'd say that I learned a lot, not just from other things and, not just from going to church and connecting with different people, but just learning a lot from myself as well. That I can really control who I am by being me, by doing what I know is right morally and just what I know is best for me, man. If I know that these things are going to distract me, be like, all right, man, well, okay, I won't do that then. You know, it's all about what you do. People can control what you do, but you can control how you react to that. You know, because people can call me lazy, and I can be like, nah, man, I'm not lazy. But then I think about it, I'm like, wait, am I really lazy? That's where overthinking starts, and that's where you start doubting yourself. And once you start doubting yourself, it's like you don't even believe in yourself, right? Um, and that's where everything goes is downhill. But life is like riding a bike, man. You just have to keep balance and keep on going, keep on pedaling, you know, because there's gonna be things that are gonna get in your way, things that are gonna distract you from your path with God, and it's gonna be hard to understand that you have to let those things go or like kind of just like let those things pass by, and you're like, oh, dude, I missed that, and you're gonna be thinking to yourself, well, what now? And the answer is just keep going. You know, like riding a bike again. Use this metaphor again, or simile. Like riding a bike. Yeah, like is a simile. Simile of you're gonna see like a lot of things on your way. Um, but there's also like a lot of different things to see as well. You know what I mean? There's so much in plan and store for us that I think that we don't know when to when to stop, and I think the answer is we don't. We keep going. We keep going. You know, and we shouldn't be afraid of how things might turn out, how things, how we are perceived. We can only really control that. How you want to be, how you want to live your life, and how you want your life to be. I think we have unlimited potential to be who we want to be. It just takes a lot of mental strength and just passion, man, I guess. You have to love yourself and respect yourself enough to not get not overlook yourself and your potential, you know? Especially when we don't really are uncertain about what's going on. So yeah, when things happen, man, things are gonna happen. But I think it's about being patient in what God has in store for you, being grateful for what these things have taught you, things of the past have taught you, and being, um, you know, just standing with arms wide open for whatever God has uh, planned for you next, the opportunities that you may come across, and just doing the right thing, doing what makes you happy, and not giving up on yourself. Don't ever give up on yourself, man. Because once you give up on yourself, people are going to look at you and be like, man, like, he don't even believe in himself, well, so why should I believe in him? And even if you believe in yourself and nobody else believes in you, that's all you need, bro. That's all you need is yourself, you know? So, uh, we just got to stay winning, man. We just got to take everything as a win, take everything as a opportunity to get better every day. Another day to get better, another day to learn, another day to just be better. And just keep adding to the blessings, right? But yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about today. It was just kind of about growth, a lot of growth and self-renewal. I think that's going to be the title: self-renewal and growth. So yeah, for watching this video. I love you, but God loves you more.